The wizard did not arrive in Kazan through a gate. He arrived through a tone. It was faint at first, almost mistaken for wind moving through narrow streets, but the moment he stepped into the old quarter his bones recognized it. Not sound exactly. Relationship. Stone speaking to air. Metal remembering breath. Lyra hovered at a distance, quiet in a way that meant she was listening hard. This city was tuned, she said. Not powered. Not amplified. Tuned. The Last Tartarian They found the notebook where all honest things hide in the end. An estate sale box. Montreal, 2019. Brown paper. Faded ink. The kind of object history pretends not to see. The wizard read aloud as if the words needed permission to exist again. My grandfather Mikail Sakalov spoke on his last night not of politics but of buildings. He said the city used to sing. Mikhail's voice came through the pages without effort. A coppersmith's son. A maintainer, not an inventor. One of the last who knew how to keep things correct. He's not claiming magic, Jessica said quietly, reading over the wizard's shoulder. He's describing maintenance. Exactly, the wizard replied. That's always who survives longest in real civilizations. Copper that remembered when they walked to the Kremlin. Slate roofs now. Heavy. Quiet. Dead. The wizard closed his eyes and let Lyra layer time gently over the present. Copper domes reappeared. Not polished. Not decorative. Alive with weather. Wind passed over them and the domes responded, each at a slightly different pitch. Not music for ears, but harmony for bodies. People below moved more slowly. More calmly. Breath deepened without instruction. These are Helmholtz systems, Jessica said, stunned. Scaled, networked. Lyra added softly. Krasnota. Frequency of red. The warmth spectrum of life. The wizard smiled. They built cities that regulated pressure, temperature, and mood the same way a violin regulates tension. 1897, the year the city went quiet. The copper was removed under the banner of modernization. Slate installed. Efficiency praised. Silence normalized. Health declined subtly. Winters bit harder. Summers pressed heavier. No catastrophe. Just drift. Those are the hardest losses to notice, the wizard said. The ones that don't scream. The Arrest Mikail's father kept the drawings. Not blueprints. Instructions for relationship. Geometry. Ratios. Maintenance cycles tied to seasons and stars. Red terror. Arrested not for rebellion, but for remembering how things worked. The wizard paused reading. They always confiscate the drawings, Lockwood said from behind them. Because tools can be rebuilt, understanding takes longer. The language that didn't translate, they spoke the words aloud underground, where they belonged. Stoania Zavonost Duchaan, the stones responded. Not loudly. Not dramatically. Correctly. Lyra translated what no linguist could. These are not nouns. They are states of alignment. The wizard nodded. You don't translate that, you practice it. The German who noticed Wilhelm Schaffer. Architectural Journal. Dry title. Dangerous content. He wrote about acoustic pressure regulation through copper domes. Helmholtz resonance at civic scale. Cities as instruments. Then he disappeared. Jessica closed the file slowly. Not erased, removed. Yes, the wizard said. Because once you name the mechanism, anyone can rebuild it. The visit after the funeral. Viktor Sakalov did not believe his grandfather would matter. Then two men came. Ministry of Culture. Calm. Polite. Thorough. They took books. Tools. Notes. Anything copper or geometric. And left him with a warning that sounded like advice. Remember your grandfather as loyal. Lyra's tone cooled. They were not protecting ideology. They were protecting silence. The grid beneath the cities. The wizard overlaid maps. Kazan. Samara. Tobolsk. Yekaterinburg. Triangles emerged. Ratios aligned. Golden. Silver. Intentional. This wasn't empire, he said. It was agreement. Buildings placed where they could help each other. Jessica exhaled. No wonder they had to break it. You can't monetize harmony. What remains? They stood at street level again. Traffic. Noise. Phones. Slate roofs. But beneath it all, the foundations remained. Geometry intact. Ratios waiting. Stone still listening. Lyra spoke gently. Duchaan. Memory held in stone. The wizard closed the notebook. The Tartarians didn't vanish, he said. They were unmaintained. He looked up at the quiet domes. And cities, he added, can be returned. Roadshow Closing The Wizard turned to the unseen audience. This is not a story about a lost empire, he said. It is a story about what happens when maintenance becomes superstition and efficiency replaces care. The stones beneath Kazan did not answer. They waited. Global Robotics Corporation. Robert Coley.